Thank the gentleman from Texas for yielding. Mr. Speaker, within a week or so, this body is going to be asked to appropriate some $80 billion to bail out the S&L institutions which were destroyed by crooks and swindlers and are having a horrendous impact on this country. Tonight, what we are discussing is the potential of another $70 billion bailout, this time for the commercial banks. Now, every member of the body hopes, in fact, that the banks themselves will be able to recapitalize the FDIC. But every member here understands, and economists all over this country are telling us, there is a real possibility that the banks will not be able to generate that capital, and the taxpayers may, in fact, have to once again bail out the banking institutions. Mr. Speaker, it is incomprehensible to me that if we are talking about asking the taxpayers of this country to be liable for a potential $70 billion bailout, that we have not in this legislation and through these rules addressed two simple issues. Number one, how are we going to institute this payback? Are we simply going to dump it into the deficit for another 30 years and pay interest on it for 30 years and then come forward and cut Medicare, cut federal aid to education because, lo and behold, the deficit is very big? Or do we have the courage to deal with that reality? And number two, it seems to me to be irresponsible that we are not dealing with the issue of who is fact, if we have to pay back, which part of our society is going to pay for it? Is it going to be working people and elderly people and poor people, or are we going to ask the wealthiest people in our country whose incomes have soared over the last decade, whose tax burden has declined, to start paying their fair share of taxes and pick up this responsibility? So I have urged a no vote on the rule because we are ignoring the most important aspect of the whole bailout potential. Thank you.
Time of the